Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How you guys doing? What's going on? Oh, Pisces. Pisces. Are you okay? Is everything okay? You were going through some stuff recently, and still with that smile on your face, knowing that you shall overcome. Ooh, before we get in to everything, let's clear our energy and our space, please. As you know, of course. Do my little spraying, and then we got to do our inhale and our exhale, okay? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And shake it off. Don't you feel better? I know I do. It helps release so much tension. I love it, Pisces. So what's been going on? Spirit, speak to us on behalf of Pisces. Help them to gain the knowledge. Help them to see his signs. Help them to overcome. Help them to relish in the moment. Help them to be full of gratitude. What are you thankful for, Pisces? Make sure you know. Great opportunities have been coming your way, and you're working towards being your best. Yeah, there's some people trying to hold you back too, but they did not succeed. Goodness, the battles that everybody's been fighting lately just to stay afloat. Spirits talk to us. Release the necessary information for Pisces. That's what is important to us. Move this stuff over and over again. Pisces, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. You're gonna win. Look at that. You're gonna win. You are gonna win. Ooh, you are gonna win. Pisces. Okay, what's going on? You know, one of my favorite cards in this deck is the King of Pentacles. You got the King of Pentacles, the High Priestess. You got the Four of Pentacles. You have the Strength representative. You have Ace of Swords. And you have Four of Swords. Okay. Now let's talk about the whole story. What's going on, Pisces? Okay, let's see what's going on. Now, I am telling you what a positive path you are on. It's a big deal. It's like I keep telling you, it's when you actually coming into your own. Look at this card. I love this card, okay? Love this card. King of Pentacles. Do you see all that shrubbery there? And everything is in green. And in between the leaves, you see like grapes growing. You know, all of this is representative of the wealth and abundance you're getting ready to receive. You know, this is part of your journey. You're going to be coming into all of this. That's beautiful. I love when I see stuff like that because you know what it is? It's like your hard work paying off. That you've been working towards this for a minute and now it's starting to triple and manifest in abundance, and you don't even know what to do with yourself because you were believing this was going to come true, but to actually see it happening in your life, it's because of the fact that you've been working on balance in your life. You've been focusing on your dreams in your life. You've been listening. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. Okay. All right. This is so wonderful. Pisces, I see you. You have been manifesting so much and listening to your intuition. Your ears are wide open. Your eyes are wide open. You're seeing clearly. You're hearing clearly. And I'm sorry, I'm getting excited because, like, when you see people doing, like I would say the Africans say, because that's where I hear it on TV all the time, when you do the needful and you do what's recommended for you, you listen to suggestions, you start focusing more on yourself and what it is you need to progress forward rather than trying to appease other people. You basically branched out on your own. It's not to say you don't take people's opinion and advice seriously and recognize it. It just means that you are going to make your decision from everything that you have before you. Before, because somebody said this, you might have tried to appease them a little bit to keep the peace and you don't want nobody mad at you, or let's say your mother told you you got to do it this way and you found an alternative route and you don't want to upset her, but you want to do things your own way in this instance because it's meshing for you. Whatever it is, whoever was pulling the chains before or being the puppet master, you are considering your own feelings as well as listening to the voices of other people. But the final decision now moving forward is going to come from you after you've taken all into account. Okay? So it's like you're listening to yourself. So you're starting to grow and you're starting to see the manifestations. So whether people agree with you or not, it's not that you don't care. It just means that you're looking at all of your options before making a decision, and the decision is yours. But I thank you for sharing your information with me because it gives me a lot more to think about. It gives me more options and opportunities. So that I appreciate. But again, I am going to make the final decision. You usually don't speak up like that all the time. Maybe under your breath, maybe if somebody really upsets you, but normally that's not what you do. That's not what you do. So I am happy for you because it seems like things are starting to pay off because you're listening to yourself and not suppressing your feelings or your voice. Then you're seeking that balance in your life. You're optimistic, you're hopeful, you're wanting more from your life. You don't want to do things just like everybody else. You know, you don't want to do that. Let me tell you, a little personal here, okay? It's between us, right? All right. Listen, I have three sisters. Well, no, I don't have three sisters. I am the third sister from my mom, right? And, I have two half sisters as well. So, and I'm the youngest out of everyone. So, everyone tends to think that they know what's best for you. They can tell you what to do with your life, what steps you need to do. My mother told my sister to be an RN. My sister's an RN. I should say my mother told my sisters to become nurses because that's where the security is and you're helping people. So you're killing two birds with one stone. My sister was an LPN and she became, no, my first sister, she became an RN straight up, went to school to become an RN. My other sister was in the military, so she became an LPN in the military. And when she came out, she went and got her RN. My mother wanted me to do the same. So she said, she started as a CNA, you start as a CNA. And when I started as a CNA, I did that for many years. Now she said, okay, you could become an LPN or go straight into RN. I didn't want to I did the work and everything, but my mind was headed in a different direction. I really wanted to own a business and do, business like things. And she used to get upset with me. And my dad, he had a little business and I showed him that I could do one too. And he was so proud of me and because he wanted me to think like that. But you see, with my dad, he made sure he had a job that he could keep and secure himself with and save his money and do whatever. And he still did a little gig here and there. But for me, I didn't want to be stuck on a job all the time. It used to get on my nerves. I would do it, and then you see people, and they're the bosses, and They need you to help them with certain things, but they don't want to give you the credit for it. They want to take it as though it's all them, and the backstabbing and the bickering. And yeah, I worked it for a while, for years and years, and then I just said, I can't do this anymore. Oh my gosh, people are so nasty. Talk about you. It's always some kind of issue. People gossiping and fighting. And you look at the big picture and you say, this is where you're going to retire from. Be happy. I couldn't do it. Oh my gosh, I couldn't do it. I worked jobs where I could end up in charge because, you know, and then I started my own business. And I've been doing my own businesses since I was like in my 20s. So you don't need to know my age now, I'm just saying. Um, but the point is that a lot of times you want to do something and it's gnawing at you and you feel less than because you hate your job. And I mean with a passion. I have friends that know their responsibilities and they stay on their jobs because they want to make sure that they can retire, have their pension. And then some jobs they don't want to give you those benefits. They don't want you in a union. They don't want you in this. Some of them just want to treat you any which way they want to treat you because you're a laborer. And it just bugs you. Nowadays, things are so different. You've got YouTube that you're able to share more things with the world, get opinions, get advice. To me, when you're on YouTube, you are part of a family network where you're communicating with other people on a regular basis. It's not work. To me, is the flow of love, the flow of understanding, the flow of knowledge. And when sometimes I'll pick up a vibe on something and you want to share it. You want to share it. That's what this means. It's about creating a family network where we could grow together, talk to one another, share our experiences. We can see what messages are out there for us to receive. And we build a family unit. And it's fun. I love talking to you guys. I love the private emails that you send me. I like when we're able to talk about any and everything. And I love when the stories resonate with you, where you feel better, because we're inspired to rise. We want to see the good things, but we have to be honest as well, correct? So I don't want to sugarcoat things, but I want to let you know that even though you run into roadblocks, there's still an alternative route to take. Sometimes you got to make a way out of no way. Sometimes opportunities are slap dab in front of your face and you don't recognize it. Sometimes you just have questions about who loves me? What are people doing? Why did this happen? And when I started getting answers for myself about certain things, that's when I realized the importance of sharing with other people. It matters because when you know something and you're not sure, and there's one thing that pops up that gives you that answer. We could be holding a conversation and you hear something that you heard before. We need to get back to humanity where people cared about people. People shared and talked with one another. So I'm saying to you, you're on the golden path right now. And most important, what's expected of you is your strength. You have to have strength to get to the next level and chapter in your life. You can't go into something new feeling weak. Don't second guess yourself when you're venturing out. There's a chance that it might not work out. Agreed. But there's also a chance that it can. It will. It shall. It's going to. So if I have to choose which lane I'm going to ride on, I'm going to choose the one with the most optimism. Because when you feel good about yourself and you feel good about something that you're working on and you're achieving, you rise to the occasion. you rise to the occasion. Pisces, this is about capturing your life and placing it in different sections. And you know there's 10 sections, you got to put the work in to get to the 10th section, because you're on the first one, you're on the second one, you're on the third one. But as you continue to climb up, you're going to be able to do more, understand more. And even when obstacles try to block your path, you're like, you need to keep it moving. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Frank. Whatever. You start feeling yourself. You start feeling that vibe of climbing up. And this is what's going on. That's why you always got to keep your strength as an armor, your faith as an armor, and go through the process. It's like, say, sometimes, I remember I used to get on the roller coaster a lot. And it wasn't so bad at one point, but after a while, it started making me feel like I was just like, you know, that feeling you get in your belly when you're about to drop down with the force and the might. I would close my eyes and pretend I wasn't feeling what I was feeling because of the fact I didn't want to feel it. I'm on the ride to go through the experience, but I don't want to experience the experience because I don't like the way I feel, but yet I'm still going out for the experience. That makes sense. I'm just saying that in life, certain things are not always appealing to us, but we find our way through the rubbish. We find our way to rise. And the feeling that we get, because there's the fear factor, even though we try to ignore it, false evidence appearing real, we tend to still have it, even if it's at the pit of our stomach. We want to achieve this so badly, but we don't want to feel that feeling like it's not going to go through. But you have to still stay on the positive lane, because you won't get through if you don't even put yourself in place to get through. So you have to get on that lane no matter what, no matter how many knots you're feeling in your belly, because there's so much coming your way. You got the Ace of Swords here. And then, as well as, you have the Four of Swords, and you are sitting there, not even sitting, you are laying back, and you taking everything into account. You taking in all the work you've already done, your sweat equity. You're taking into account how you've been manifesting and what you've been focusing on and aiming for. Then you start looking at everything. You're excited, you're happy, but you're scared in a sense to be happy because things are starting to fall into place. Money is coming in. You're seeing your growth. You're seeing your potential. You're seeing the opportunities. You're so optimistic. You're so excited. But a part of you doesn't want to be excited because what if you fail? That's the back chatter. That's the people trying to make you feel less than, diminish what you've already accomplished. You say, wait a minute. Okay, not today. Not today. Do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who you're talking to? I am Pisces and I stand strong. Please. I got plans for my future and I got strength. And I'm thinking about everything. I'm taking every aspect, every perspective into consideration so that I could come out on top. I'm not no fly by night person. I put the work in. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I've achieved in my life. And I know I still got a ways to go, but you know what? I'm going to get there. I am going to get there. If you are hearing that noise from outside, I apologize. That is them with the blower outside. So I guess it's that time of the month again for them to come. But what I'm saying to you, you got this. You got this. I'm so happy for you because you know what, Pisces? Some people are making you feel a little bit down in the dumps because you hadn't achieved certain things that you were aiming for and might have mentioned to people thinking they're your friends. And behind the scenes, they're laughing or snickering and, little jokes. You know what they used to do, who they used to do that to? Sheree on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She had the She by Sheree and all these type things. And she put the time, the work in. She has a beautiful home. She has her line of clothing. It's just that through the process, it's not immediate gratification. You got to get things right. Your money got to be right. And when you're doing so many things at one time, things don't always work out. I think she was having problems with the contractor and paid the money and then show up. That's allegedly what I had heard. I'm saying to you that you won't experience that roller coaster feeling if you don't get on it. When it like opens your pores, opens your mind, opens up for your ideas to seep through. It rejuvenates you, it refreshes you, it makes you see and believe in the possibilities. This is so exciting for you because, when you manifest, like I love to write things down. See, I write everything down. When you write things down, it's like a double uplifting because one, when it's written down, you see it, right? When it's written down, you look and you know this is something on your list that you have to take care of. And then it helps you to focus on it because everywhere you look, you're seeing, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. And it stays in your mind. And then when you're thinking about it and it's manifesting, you dreamt about it, you saw it, you envisioned it, you grabbed it, but it was all a dream. But it showed you the steps. Like sometimes people wake up and it's like, what happened and this and that, and they're telling the whole dream. Whereas there's some people that say, I had a dream about this and I jumped up and it came out the dream, or they don't remember the dream completely or the details of it. When you focus on something every day that you're wanting and you're working toward, it starts to become an imprint in your mind. Isn't that like, what movie was that? Oh, isn't her name Kristen Stewart, I think? I don't know why I can't think of it as such a good movie where they're like vampires and everything. Anyway, I have to get it together myself. Can't remember a lot of movies all the time. But it was the imprint. And you can see so much going on and what's coming. And they're imprinted. They could see a lot of things. When you focus, seriously, when you focus on something that's important to you, a goal to achieve, to elevate you, and you constantly have it in your mind, you constantly make sure on a continuous basis that you manifest on it, you write it down, and you see yourself achieving it. You see yourself achieving it. Let me tell you something. When they tell you the manifestation of miracles, that's what it's about. We have more power than we give ourselves credit for. That's the difference of people that succeed at a higher level or rate than certain people. Some people go in with the attitude, well, I'll do the job, but I'm not sure I can get it done. And then some people come on, put me on, I'm ready for it, let's do. Never did it in their life before, but it's something new. But they're ready to tackle it and take the challenges as they come. My dad used to say to me, he said, I couldn't do some of the things you do. You're so courageous. I love when you talk about certain things. And you know how that made me feel? It's like you don't always seek a pat on the back, but when you get it, it's like a blessing. It makes you feel good. So like if you're seeing the numbers, 111, 1111, 222, 555, 114, 441, those type numbers, they all direct you to let you know you're on the right path. So when you come across those things, they're a blessing for you. They're letting you know, keep exploring, be adventurous, go after things. Your life will change. Take that leap of faith. You research everything and make sure you're on the right path. But when you start getting the little confirmations here and there from numbers, from pats on the back, it lets you know that you're doing your best. And that's what you continue to do. Win or lose, do your best. with 100% commitment. You're going through the process right now, and you should have your basket or your briefcase so you could pick up the nuggets along the way. Because even if the nuggets don't resonate with you immediately, somewhere down the line, you're going to be like, wow, I remember that. And you know how to do it. Let's say you pass by somebody and they're giving an answer to a question. You listen to it, you say, okay, well, it must be a reason that I'm hearing this. Go ahead and put it in your basket or your briefcase. And then there's a question on a test, and it asks the same question. And you already got the answer now. You weren't anticipating. You're like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. And you keep going. But if you listen and really heard what the message said, somewhere down the line, you'll have the answer to the question that you didn't think you was going to need today. Stay on top of your game. There's a guy I know that he waxes the floors in the schools. Oh my gosh. And he puts the pictures on Facebook. When I tell you shine, 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 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It just makes, it illuminates the school so much, and it looks so nice. He doesn't play. Somebody might say, oh, he's a custodian, he's this, and a darn good one, because he commits himself 100% to whatever he is working on. His work is noticed by everyone. When you have something in your life that you're working on, don't just throw something at it. Be committed to achieving it. You will always be remembered by your gifts because of how you appreciate them and the gratitude that overwhelms you that you apply to whatever it is that you're doing. I remember my son worked with some people in, well, well, you know what? Let me not even go there. But what I'm going to say to you is give anything that you do in your life your best shot. So therefore, you have no regrets, no regrets. You hear me? No regrets. You do your best no matter what. Be 100% committed to achieving what it is. It could be an intern, whatever you are doing, give it 100% because you will always be remembered that you went that extra mile. People could say what they want to say about you, but she went that extra mile. Oh man, he went beyond the call of duty. That's how it is. You remember people that don't just do the status quo, people that want the best to happen on the job while they're there. Somebody comes over and they take pride in their work. They take pride in all that they do. That's what you want. That's the kind of employees people want. That's the kind of boss you want. Not one that says, get this done, get that done. But they don't apply themselves 100%, but they want you to do everything. They don't, push up their sleeves and do the hard work with you, especially when you're overwhelmed or you're working on so many projects. There's some bosses that'll step in and say, hey, what are you really needing help with? Or can I get you some assistance or something like that? You need a cup of coffee. I've seen bosses step up and do things like that, that you want to apply yourself 100% because they care. You are thinking about everything because you're making moves. You're making some big moves. My friend always says, oh, you're doing big things. Some people mean it well, some people don't. But it just shows that you're putting in that sweat equity to rise. You going the extra mile to do better, be better, because you know better. When you learn something new, figure out where you could apply it in your life. People laugh at even T.I. a lot of times because of all the big words that he uses and the things, and they're like, he don't even know what it means and all kinds of stuff. No, he knows what it means because he studied it before he shared it. He works on his vocabulary. That man could turn into a scholar. You understand me? Because of the words in his vocabulary. You could laugh at them because it's not something you may use on a daily basis. But you know what? For him to even go that extra mile to better himself, how could someone like that be disrespected in regards to vocabulary? Okay? If someone is working toward being better because they know better, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? Have you ever been on a job where somebody got a promotion that didn't deserve it, and maybe it was something you were aiming for and you deserved it and you applied yourself and you went beyond the call of duty? You bide your time because this employer may not have recognized your gifts, but there's going to be an employer that will beg for you to work for them. And you will be more than willing and able to go after that job. So you gain all the experience that you can right now. You get upset, scream out the window, wait till you get home and scream, be in your car and scream and just get it off your chest because you know what? You got big plans in motion. You're about your paper, you're about your business. You're going after what it is you're seeking, what it is you want. So don't give up. You hear me? Don't give up. Stay strong. Find your strength. Think about everything. This is what you're going to have. Look at that. Abundance. Wealth. It could be an inheritance. Money is coming to you. Okay? Stay true and believe and don't give up. Okay? Garnetqueentarot here, where we say be inspired to rise. Lift yourself up. Create your own rewards and be your best self. And be persistent, consistent. Take care. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for visiting the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all visitors. Thank you for stopping by. Thank everyone for subscribing. You all matter. I love our conversations. Take care. Talk soon. Have a good one. Garnetqueentarot here saying, be inspired to rise. Talk soon.